gerontology kicking in
Well,
as a lead-in to selling your amino acids?
no, that wasn't the question. Actually, gerontology is the process of aging, which starts in the womb.
Really?
You know, of course.
Oh, we don't start when we're born?
No, it starts in the womb.
That's funny because you remember Grandfather Semu?
We're old before we're even formed?
No, aging. It has nothing to do with old.
It doesn't start at birth?
The process
aging?
of aging.
It doesn't start at birth?
Start dying.
Well, is this a debate?
No, question.
What do you think about
It's a
reincarnation?
free-form discussion.
Reincarnation, I believe in it.
Yeah, it changes everything, right? It's lunch. Changes everything.
One of my best friends, I hang out with this police detective.
At
Maybe.
a certain point, you say, what do I got to
Forrest
lose?
Leachman from Oak Brook.
I'll just wait and
Oh,
come
I
out
see what
again.
you're saying.
I saw that
Okay.
movie where the guy keeps getting shot and he keeps coming back in another body and reincarnated in another body and they can't kill him. He just keeps coming back.
Run, Lola, run.
Yes.
That did it too.
I think some people, very few reincarnate with memory.
Okay.
Some
Oh,
more than
yes.
others.
What about the veil? You're born with a veil. I was born with a sleeping bag. I remember nothing.
I got a few
Now,
glimpses of my past.
the Theosophical Society.
I was a Native American.
You were what?
A Native American.
I was in one of my past lives a scientist, another past life I was a
So-and-so was
fisherman.
Julius Caesar, and pretty soon everybody was Julius Caesar or Cleopatra.
Came to get you.
right, in their books that they wrote. I used to be. They went nuts for it. Then they would. I mean, Krishnamurti was attributed to be everybody.
They always say family.
Mark Anthony, Napoleon. I mean, he was everybody at one point.
I think very, very few people have memory. It varies from person to person.
Okay, we're talking about.
Past lives.
I've met a few people that
Yeah, I think I took a break from one because
have
I
very
got
clear
really
impressions.
But can you tap
I
into
know a
it?
guy that's got a very
Can you
clear
tap
memory
into that memory?
Many of his past.
Well, that's what.
With LSD, for
And
instance.
it's just like, I listened to him, he's an older
They are all
guy.
trying to pull
What
apart
is he,
the
in his
veil.
80s now?
Oh,
The
And his
New Age
memories from his
younger
past
group,
lives are so clear, it's just like, really? You can remember all that?
they're all
And
into
it's like,
channeling.
you know, and he wasn't a king or a queen or anything. just
All?
like that.
Not all.
And
New Age-
it's
New Age-
interesting listening
Oh.
to him.
I
Yes,
remember more and more every year.
all is a big word, you're right.
I got a few glimpses when I was
As
young,
an
and that was
observer
about
of
it.
trends,
Oh,
I've got
okay.
a friend, professional psychic,
We saw
who
rap
helps
movie-
people get in touch with
music grow
past
from
lives.
that.
And she knows how to do that.
I have a
She's a very, very good psychic,
semi-professional sense of
but
this.
she can't make a living at it for
And-
some reason. But she's very, very talented.
This Bhakti
And she's
Fest
not bad
stuff,
to look at
and
either.
in particularly the raw
It's
channel.
all
Ah.
hypnotism.
Gene Roddenberry used to go listen
Yeah.
to Phyllis Schumacher's channel,
I'm not good at getting
a
hypnotized. I don't do it
sixth-density
well.
social collective alien group.
I can hypnotize.
that's where
I can
Star
sort of
Trek
just
came from.
drift off myself just fine.
Okay.
And there is complete self-similarity
To let other people
going
do
all
it,
the way
it's just
back
like, really?
to the first guy to do
I
it,
don't let other people do it to me.
and that was
I have
fantastic.
trouble
And he
cooperating.
said the same thing.
Every time I give
You're
somebody
laughing.
any control over
No,
my
no,
life,
no,
they really
I met
screw it
Van Tassel's wife
up. So I gave up
Okay,
doing
and
that a
then
long time
in the
ago.
I was
80s.
watching
And it's
YouTube, and
interesting.
I find
It carries over my
I
healing.
can't have two conversations.
It's a little crazy.
It's kind of crazy. We'll break it down. We'll break it down.
actually try and communicate
I
something.
don't want to do anything.
I just wanted Art to be able to chat with us.
Wasn't Art going to tell us something? Oh, you decided to.
No, I think it's great. It's
He's-
how it's
he's gonna
going,
listen.
but we could all just have one conversation now and it would even be better than it was.
He came to inspire us, and he's going to inspire us by being here. He doesn't have to participate in the conversation. Just being here is an inspiration for us to reach a higher level by bringing his
That
energy.
does par with my joke earlier about how he has served his time through not only creating the Agora Daily, also known as the Renaissance Fair Weekly, which became the LA Free Press, I joke, of course.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's actually true.
Really?
I heard one of his stories.
Before my
At the
time.
Renaissance Fair, he started the paper. He sold 1,000 of them or something. That was the seed money for the LA Free Press.
Oh, okay.
More or less.
I didn't know about that.
And, yeah, he's told the story many times here, and we have it on YouTube, etc. But then many other things, alchemy, and took over from Manly P. Hall at the Philosophical Foundation.
It is philosophical society.
And John knows was mentioning all this earlier too. And then he was bringing up Krishnamurti, and on and on. But for me, it takes great balls, if you will, for me to jokingly say that now he can sit back and hand it over to us youngsters, and good luck with that.
Why was Van Tassel trying to build the electric pyramid? What did the aliens tell him it was for?
You mean the Integratron?
Yes.
No,
It's not a pyramid.
I
Get your
know,
shapes
but
right,
it
man.
was in essence
I don't know.
channeled supposedly from the same group who
Well-
brought the pyramids, and this was an electric, new, better improved
As long as
mousetrap.
this doesn't impinge on my autobiography, in about 64, if I look through his neighbor's guest book, I could probably find my parents' signatures in the mental physics books, because they took my sister, his mom, and I and my younger brother there around that time. But the real goal was to go out to find the Integratron, because my parents were doing channelings from the Venusian angels, and they said, go out here to Landers. And long story short, my mom got laughed out of a bar right there, probably on Belfield Road, trying to find the Integratron. We were supposed to meet Van Tassel, and they were going to all meet with us. But my mom got laughed out of the bar with the drunks, patrons calling her a UFO wingnut. And that ended that. We were probably just within a mile or two of the Integratron.
And when was this?
About 64.
Oh,
I
okay.
never heard of this.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was anything within a mile of that place. I was
Oh, yeah.
there once.
But
There
we
is?
The Landers Brew.
Oh.
Yeah, we did come to Mental Physics Institute at least.
Didn't used to be. Now there is.
Yeah.
And therefore, we had some connection.
What are you doing with that?
Turn it on,
Is it on? Why?
because he asked me to.
Oh,
Yeah, because we're trying to get our money's worth out of you bringing all the heavy duty
I see.
networkers.
We'll run it by you before we do anything with it.
We'll take out the good parts.
Yeah.
Save it for our grandchildren.
This is what I do.
You
We
document?
didn't.
I'm a
we didn't
documentarian,
find,
yes.
Van Tassel physically that day.
Oh,
But just going to experience the Frank Lloyd Wright's son's
Yes,
buildings
it's Lloyd
was
Wright's
enough of an
buildings,
experience.
not Frank. Frank tried to steal the contract from his own son.
You're kidding. I didn't hear that
Oh,
story.
he was the most
He's
awful
a wealth of
man.
information about the High Desert Mental Physics Institute.
No, I'm just beginning to, I've got to find the people that knew these people.
Well, Art, are you still on the board there?
No.
Oh,
What was that like, being on the board? Was it a mind hassle? Or it was cool?
The board didn't meet.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought they
Do you have a card?
started to produce some
What
good
is that?
shows. I'm
oh, it was a
really
card.
Yeah, that's a
All
card.
the
upset
information's
by
on my
the fact that
bottle.
they can't contact
The bottle
on
has all my
desert down in
information
Palm
on it.
Springs. That's our show.
Oh, whatever.
No, this
Well,
place.
I was
this
upset that they
place-
didn't ask me to speak there
This place is
because
the
I was the
beginning of the
contact back
Something.
then.
It's the
Feel my
beginning
skin here.
of
Give it a little
power
pinch.
of positive thinking.
Give it a little
Orange?
pinch.
It's the
No, no,
beginning
feel how
of
smooth it
getting
is.
Oh,
Tibetan
I'm going to be
Buddhism in
62 in
America
February.
for
Does this feel
One of
like
them.
old guy
One of
skin?
No,
Feel mine.
he's the
Yeah,
man
see how
who
it's-
went first
see how it's
guy
like
to get
thin?
into it and be taught.
Yeah, I'm
Get
76.
out.
I'm going to be 62, but see how thick and elastic it is?
It's good.
That's from taking these, I take free-form amino acids every
Supposedly he went
day.
there astrally before
It
he
makes
went
your
there
skin do
physically.
stay really, really young.
He went there physically at about
Among other
1910.
Among other
Yes.
things. yes.
On the Gregorian
That's one of the
calendar.
side effects.
Wait, give me, check with me in 10 years.
1920?
The sage of Shanghai.
I never thought I'd live this long.
Me neither.
Singapore. The
Well,
sage
in
of
my-
Singapore.
I mean, not about you, about me.
No, I had health problems as a
I
teenager,
still
and I
have-
was like in
just the other
bad
day I
shape,
come
and I'm
across
like,
it.
Oh,
I can't believe
Not only
I'm this old
Fantastic's
now.
College of
Well, good.
Wisdom
Congrats.
pamphlet,
Can I
Yeah,
application.
Can I photograph
I
you?
was,
sure.
I was like,
We'll do that. And
wondering if I hit
also
20.
the,
I hit 50, I was shocked.
Astara,
Oh, that's
is that what
Pippi.
it was called? John Dingley May created.
Hey, Pippi.
Out of Ukaipa. There's those
Pippi
forms
knows
to
me.
subscribe.
I know Pippi.
Dean LeMay started a star.
Well, was it called Astara? What was it
She's
called?
looking
This
for
thing
Coco.
with
I don't,
the
I
5
haven't,
Tibetan
I haven't got down to
exercises.
the tablets.
Whatever the name was. It's a catchy name like Astara.
Hey,
Out of
Pippi.
Ukaipa.
What am I, chocolate?
John Dingley May
Come on, Pippi.
did his teachings.
Edwin
Probably
Dingley.
be more interested in chocolate.
Edwin John Dingley May. He's got a John in there, I'm sure. I met his grandson, Eric, is that his name? Yeah.
Yes,
There,
there is a
and,
John, I think it's his middle name.
Yeah.
Edwin John
Yeah,
Dinkle.
yeah.
That's
So
what it says. It has to be
I
John
don't
Dinkle.
sit corrected by Art Kunkin this time.
He is so much like Stanley.
Stanley Kubrick?
No. Henry M. Stanley. They were both virtual orphans.
Peppy.
She's
Stanley
looking for
went off and
Coco.
he covered the Indian wars before he went to Africa. That's why he was thought to be an explorer.
Stanley-
He was out there chasing Sitting Bull.
Stanley who? Which Stanley?
The guy who discovered Livingston.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
we're talking
presume.
about an early explorer.
Okay.
And they're so much alike, Dingle and Henry M. Stanley. They're
I
both
see.
English orphans, and they just
Oh.
were very well educated, you know, in Stanley's case because he had a rich patron, and Dingle's case
Around the
because he
time
was
of,
self-taught and he was in the printer trade.
Aha.
He was
Around the time
literate.
of Christopher Isher.
And then Dingle was no fool. He was a cartographer. He was the first man to make a commercial map of China, which opened the country to
Okay.
commerce. I
How
mean,
about that? I didn't know.
He's responsible for the trouble we have now
A
for
geographer.
China.
Oh, and he reincarnated as Richard Nixon then? Is that what you're trying to say?
He could have.
I'm kidding.
No, I don't think so. I don't think.
Henry
see,
Kissinger.
Ugh.
Let's put it this way. Nixon was a wolf. and-
Well, I don't want to get too much into politics. This is much more
Dingle-
fascinating talking
Dingle
about
was part of the
Dingle.
herd.
Okay.
I got a political
He was a
question.
herbivore.
We don't want to go political right now. We-
Okay.
No, let him ask his question.
It's fascinating about Edward John.
Would you vote for anyone? Would you vote for anyone who wanted to be president?
That's
That's a very good
a
question.
very.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, these days, that's a mental health issue.
The quick answer is no.
What kind of a person would want to be president of the
Who?
United States?
Who really wants to
A
be?
wolf.
I would never want that job.
Someone who was to order you
Well,
around and tell you what to do.
Robert
wants to be
Zimmerman
president.
said, don't follow leaders and
I wouldn't want to be.
And
Watch
something
your-
about parking meters, I forgot. Watch your parking meters. That was the best music video ever made. The signs, that Dylan standing there with the,
Oh, yeah, I remember that
just
one.
tossing on the
But it
ground.
was the modern day pranksters that came up with the slogan, nobody for president, because nobody makes an.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I loved
I
it.
think
Loved
that the
it.
president of the United States ought to be a drafted
Did you say
position,
pranksters?
not
As
I
in
wrote
someone who
next
runs
to
for
the
office.
Some
I
of
hung
You
them-
out
gotta find
with
the
those
most
guys.
qualified person and
some of
draft
them
them.
did take too many drugs.
Because anybody who wanted that job, I
Don't
don't
start
think should
that
have
again.
it.
It's been known to happen.
You remember when?
I
Conan-
told him earlier, I never came down from my last acid flashback.
Oh, you never came down? Congratulations.
No comment.
Now Art Kunkin's my straight man.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Penn and Teller, meet Kunkin and Down. Okay, LOL.
There's a hard.
Just kidding, laugh out loud. That Penn and Teller, they bust their ass to bust the skeptics. And I'm sorry, they are the king of skeptics when it comes to metaphysics.
Yeah. And
They'll
Randy.
take any channeling, seance,
I know that.
metaphysical theory and do their damnedest to shred it to pieces.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Jane?
Right around the corner.
On Sunset Road.
That's why she said, call me if Art shows up.
Oh, you go by where
then
I
I
live
saw her
all the
post.
time. And you look over the fence and you see
And
Cinderella.
she had said, well, we're gonna try with Art Kunkin again. She said it on the Facebook.
Cinderella made me a famous
And I
artist.
posted a picture of you
Oh,
saying, well,
okay.
he's just chatting with
Well,
friends because
I'm
he got
a
lost in
famous
the storm.
Burning Man
And he was
artist.
celebrating.
Yeah, I
getting
happened to
his
go on Facebook.
car back. So we'll do it again next Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be more formal then, right?
It'll be more planning.
It was
because this
informal
only on
now.
5 days notice, now we have 7 days.
Aha.
So thanks, everybody, for coming tonight from my heart. I love you all, and I
And a
look
good
forward to
night.
a brighter, greener New Deal. Metaphysical high five? Anyone?
You can't see it.
We'll just send out rays.
I gave your talk earlier to Jessica. I said, I'm giving the talk on the three bodies for art tonight. Here it is. Om Ah Hum. Drive safely home.
Fly low, drive slow.
You called her
I don't have
Jessica?
very far to go.
No, Jessica was here earlier. Another female.
Oh, really?
With a J name.
Paradise.
Jessica Berryhill Rave, or Molly, if you will. And she was going to come back and play music, but she's probably lost at the saloon with all those other neo.
There was some pretty good music going on there,
Yeah,
actually.
that's our competition
Really?
over there at the saloon. But Jessica said, well, okay, if Art's not here, then I'm going to go listen to this music at the saloon. But she'll come back and make some music with us too, but she didn't make it back. I told her the
Another time.
Find your way home. And it stuck. So I'm not disbanding this meeting, but I'm going to start cleaning up
Okay.
pretty soon. Thanks you all
Good night.
for joining us here tonight.